Welcome to Catharsis, a kingdom in decay. 80 years ago, the ruler of this kingdom, the self-proclaimed Mourning Queen, and her league of witches, cast a ruinous curse upon this land. To breathe it in, or catch this plague, one becomes a monstrosity, stuck between the living and the dead. There have been pockets of survivors and townships that remain untouched for now, but it will not be long before the curse consumes us all. Lest there be a great change. We have been given many names. Madre de la Muerte, Fairer of Souls, the Raven Queen. But put simply, we are death. And should this curse persist, and all souls become trapped in this hellscape, we shall become nothing. Perhaps it's time we break our own rules and pray that our champions will be enough to save this world and us. Hello everyone, my name is Marina and I will be your dungeon master for this campaign we call Welcome to Catharsis. This is a campaign about death. It is about grief, and most importantly, it is about life. I am joined by my super talented players, Mary Jo, Jillian, Zoe, and Milori. We have also had many guest stars who I credit for some fantastic characters that still live on in the campaign in some capacity. When we began this, I honestly thought it was going to be maybe 3 sessions and, life would happen and we would just get busy. But here we are a year and a half later, still going strong and loving every moment of it. We decided to take the next step into recording and archiving this campaign, mostly for ourselves, because it's so special to us that we don't want to forget it. And there are some amazing role-playing moments that I'm sure you guys will appreciate getting captured. If you are a friend or family member, hello. You probably know at least one of us. If you don't, I don't know how you got here, but welcome. Please keep in mind, for all the cool kids out there who are too young to probably be listening to some of the jokes we are going to be making, this is I'd say a PG-13 podcast. We make some immature jokes and say a lot of cuss words, especially me. So please bear that in mind. There are also some very sensitive subject matters. So be careful of that as well. Also, please note that this recording was done on my phone at the time, but now that we plan to record regularly, I have bought a fancy mic, so things will sound better next time you join us. All that aside, please enjoy our very first recording of Catharsis.
Everybody ready? Everybody settled?
Yeah.
Let's begin. Welcome to Catharsis, Chapter 1, that I am titling A Second Chance. You are all dead. Some of you longer than others. Some of you are properly buried and others not so much. But all were missed, all were mourned, and all still remembered, even if by a few. But this is the night that changes. This is the night of your resurrection. This is the night of your second chance. Ooh. So don't fuck it up. We start with the smell of ash and soot, trees charred, some burned down to the stump, some toppled over with once upon a time tree houses. The grassy green ground is now gray and dead. Nothing grows here anymore. There are markers made by survivors. Crude, but at least some folks will be remembered. When poison and fire came to Grindlewood, some markers were made. Piles of stones painted or written on. Some are sturdy sticks or logs or planks of wood. It seems there was no time for gravestones or even the means. But one marker was made far from the rest, under a now fallen and split down the middle tree home that has a heavy emptiness to its charred interior. It is a wooden plank, written in crimson paint. Hopefully, it's not blood. Is written in halfling, Paeris. Pecking on the plank. I turned you off. The pizza's out of the oven. Sorry.
No, it's just, what's the word? Dramatic tension.
Yes, the dramatic tension just went boom.
Pizza go. I can't usually make that noise. I'm proud of myself.
Good job, very good job.
So there's a marker on the ground and written in paint, and the crimson paint is here behind a tree that fell down and is cracked in half and stuff, and it's sad.
The detail.
Very sad.
The description.
Wow, I'm so immersed.
I'm the worst.
Pecking on this plank rather than a grave is a small magpie. A runt even for its breed. And tied around its neck is a is it a red scarf, Zoe?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
Bitch, you said I was first. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I changed the order. Y'all gave me new information.
I'm just kidding.
And then I was like, oh wait, this won't
Just
make
teasing you.
sense. Dramatic tension. Anyway.
Marina, you're doing great.
Thank
We're
you.
doing
I'm just
awesome.
teasing you.
I know, I like it. I appreciate the teasing. It makes me feel better.
Okay.
A red scarf and a necklace with a silver chain. It carries a pale blue jewel cut in the shape of a tear with silver wings carved on each side. The magpie continues to peck, as it does so every night at this time, hoping for an answer from the remains below. Even animals understand that the moon has power, and when it is full like this, anything is possible. Even a ghost. And so a ghost comes, skipping her translucent Mary Janes across the vacant earth and humming something to herself. For a moment, the magpie perches at attention, mistaking her for a halfling, but she is merely the phantom of a human girl. Her little dress looks wet at the edges, and as does the ends of her bobbed hair, but she smiles and hums all the same as she gets closer. She stops in front of the marker and leans her wispy figure closer to the bird.
Hi, pretty bird. You have such a lovely necklace.
The bird is quiet and a bit ruffled.
I wonder who got that for you.
She looks down at the marker.
Oh, perhaps she did.
She squints her glowing eyes, making out the letters.
P-A-E-R-I-S.
Paeris!
I found one!
She begins to dig through her satchel that, unlike the rest of her, is actually tangible. As she does this, some ravens begin to perch on nearby trees and on the ground. Even some dare to get close to the magpie eyeing the necklace intently. Aha! The ghost girl declares as she produces an orange marble. It seems to glow with an ethereal light. Ta-da! She smiles at the magpie and whispers, "Are you ready to see your friend again?" The magpie chirps and nods vigorously.
Oh.
The girl giggles before tossing the marble gently into the air. And in a spin of embers, it becomes something more. A small halfling shape forms. Kind of like in Steven Universe, you know, when the gems are doing the thing where they turn into the people again. Anyway, before lowering itself into the earth below the marker. The ghost girl rolls up her sleeves and begins digging. Paeris, you don't recall what happened to you last night initially. In fact, it's getting hard to recall anything about yourself. But you wiggle your cold fingers and toes, and you start recalling the important things. Tell us 5 fun facts about you. Just little things.
Oh, well. I am a thief from my great home of Cinderwood. And, Grindlewood? Sorry. My name is Paeris Cindervale.
Yes.
And I...
That's where the cinder's from.
And I am very confused about where I am.
What are 5 little fun facts, like little fears, like are you afraid of the dark? What's your favorite thing to eat? Favorite color? What would you use to remind yourself about yourself?
Okay. My favorite thing to eat is honey mead. Or drink, rather. My very close friend is very good at making it. Another thing that I love to do, well, there is one thing I do hate more than anything in the world is being picked up. Do not touch me under any circumstance. I know I'm adorable and lovely, but I shall not be touched or thrown, no matter what.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
Nobody tosses a halfling.
Without consent.
Without consent. What other fun facts? I suppose I really love birds. That's one of my favorite things. Corvids especially. So I'm having a great time probably when I wake up.
You don't see any of this yet.
I don't see any of this yet.
Right now,
Okay.
you're sort of reminding yourself little facts about yourself, like, okay, I like honey mead. I don't like being thrown.
Mm-hmm.
No. My name is Paeris Cindervale. I'm pretty sure that's my name. I think I'm from Grindlewood. You're going through these facts.
Yes.
You can tell us 2 more things.
Okay. One of my favorite things in the world is rosemary scones. And
Good choice.
I aspire to be one of the world's greatest thieves of all time. And I am a incurable kleptomaniac.
Yep. As you're reminding yourself about all these things, you start to feel your body sort of like warm up, and you can sort of move yourself a little bit, but it's kind of hard to move, and you're not quite sure why. Dirt goes up your nose, and you realize you've been buried.
Oh, shit! I start just clawing my way out, trying to escape, just like...
As you're climbing out, you feel something wet sort of help you out,
Yeah,
but it feels sort of unpleasant.
Okay, so I am like holding onto this thing for dear life, trying to escape, dragging myself out of the dirt, kicking and screaming.
That's it! Come on! You can do it! I believe!
Oh, I'm out!
You're out! Hi!
Who are you?
I'm Julia.
She says that like you're supposed to know, but you definitely don't know.
Yeah, so I'm just like sitting here dragging up my halfling self. I'm pretty dang small. I'm like 3 feet tall. And I'm just probably looking up at her at this point, like... probably like knocking things out of my ears, like dirt and whatever. Yeah. How did I get here?
You died. Don't you remember?
No.
Sometimes people don't remember.
As you're looking,
Oh my god.
as you're looking around Paris, and the words "you're dead" hit you, you look around Grindlewood, and you start to have like sparks of memories just sort of explode in your brain. And they're all coming at once, so it's sort of jumbled and almost glitchy. In one of these memories, a parade is going down this very street with paper lanterns and drunken halflings laughing, and some of them stumbling over as the fall leaves descend from the canopy. Then it's this barren place that you woke up in again. And then suddenly it's summer, and dancing around a tree as if it's like a maypole, there's a bunch of halflings in bright colored clothing, some of them twisting each other in their ribbons, and laughing and hopping in the music. And then it cuts again to this barren place, and that tree that was the maypole is charred to a stump. And you keep getting all of these things, and the last thing you see is Yulemas, which is Christmas. The wood is covered in sugar-powdered snow, and everyone is holding a candle and singing halfling carols. And suddenly this is interrupted by a woman screaming in your face. And you wake up and you're back in empty Grindlewood.
Ugh.
And suddenly the memories subside, but you remember your culture, and you remember your people, and you realize that they are gone.
Oh, shit. Sylvan's gonna freaking kill me.
Who?
Oh, my sister. She's gonna murder me dead if I'm not already dead.
Or if she's not dead. Sorry.
She's not dead. She's a huntress. Nothing could kill her.
Oh.
Ugh.
What's her name?
Sylvan. It's Sylbyn.
Spelled it for the audience in the back.
V or B?
B.
Oh, okay.
You guys are very studious. I appreciate that.
Sylvan is what the elves from the Greenwood speak.
This is Sylvan. What?
The Greenwood speak.
This is Sylvan with a B.
Actually.
As you're describing your sister, memories of her come flooding back to you, and all of your nieces and nephews. And you look back, and that house you all shared is right behind you, broken in half and charred to a crisp. There's like some now black pans and mugs and just houseware scattered across the ground, whatever that couldn't have been salvaged.
Okay, I definitely go running in there. I'm like dashing over, trying to see if I can find any clues for anyone's survival.
All right, roll investigation.
That 20?
Or actually, you're better at perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, roll me a perception check instead.
15.
15. And do you add anything to that?
I forgot about that. All right, here we go.
Just making sure.
Perception.
Do you want help? It's your
yeah,
wisdom
I got
modifier.
it. +3, so
+3.
17. Yeah.
17. Yeah. Wait, you said 15.
18. Sorry, 18. I'm my brain.
On an 18. This is gonna get sad.
No.
You find a tail of a squirrel.
Shit.
The family squirrel, which is the equivalent of a halfling family cat. You can't find the bones of a squirrel, so maybe it's just the tail, but there's no way of knowing.
Fuck.
There's
Buttercup.
You also find little halfling shoes, abandoned in a rush.
Oh boy, I wasn't expecting this. Okay.
You do find a remain of something. Charred against a wall is the outline of a halfling figure, but whatever was there before is gone now. but somebody definitely died. It seems to be older. So it definitely wasn't one of the nieces or nephews, but somebody is gone. In this moment,
I'm having a mental breakdown.
you feel a little, and you remember Poppy. Poppy has been waiting for you. They sort of nuzzle under your neck like, it's you. I missed you. It's okay. Please look at me. Granted, they can't talk, but that's the vibe.
That's so pure, though. I'm like petting Poppy's head. Also, probably, pretty freaked out by this. So I'm kind of backing up a little bit.
As you're petting Poppy, another memory comes to you. You're in the sky. A very stormy sky. You're on the back of something, but you can't remember what. Something is pursuing you, but you can't remember what. You just know it's big. And as you're descending, you see something fly up at you. And it is, you'd swear it was a bird, but it had a person face. No, a mask. A very pale white mask just flew straight into your face, and the memory ends. But somehow on a cellular level, in that briefest of moments, you knew that it was death. And she comes with
Okay, I think Paeris is gonna get to their feet and faced with this shadowy silhouette, they're gonna stare at it for a second, just get a set look on their face and say, no. That's impossible. This is all just a terrible nightmare.
You feel
I know my family is alive.
You feel a little tug on your sleeve. You turn and it's Julia.
You want a hug?
Fuck off!
You could, this is D&D. You could be that bitch. I won't stop you.
I think I'm just gonna kind of gently pull away and walk back out.
Just to let you know, Julia is a little taller than you, but not by much. She's gonna be like, okay,
How old is she? What'd you say, roughly?
9, maybe 8.
Okay.
You're not very familiar with human aging. You're more familiar with your own kind.
Just like,
You
that's
just
one
like-
tall hobbit.
That's one top.
It's a halfling, though.
Hobbits, halfling, same thing.
So, you were asleep, and, the nice lady in the mask told me to come wake you up. She said you deserved a second chance.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Who's this lady we're talking about?
The nice lady.
Is this the lady in the mask, by any chance?
Yeah. Very pale.
Okay.
Spooky.
And she does this.
I think I'd like to see her, actually.
I'm gonna take her. I was gonna take you to her anyway. This is perfect. Yes, we have more friends to find first. There's other people who deserve second chances. Now, which way was it?
And she sort of looks around for a bit and looks kind of lost.
What are you looking for?
The way to the person.
And she sort of looks embarrassed.
I'll find it. Give me a minute.
So Julia's wandering around. Are you looking around some more? Or what would you like to do while Julia's trying to find the way?
I guess I'll just kind of look some more at the forest a little bit just to make sure there isn't anything I have missed.
You notice there is a shit ton of ravens. You don't have to roll for that part. They are everywhere. And they all of them, no matter where you're walking to, their heads sort of follow.
Well, that's fucking creepy, but...
Poppies are
Wait,
like...
did you say raven or grapes?
The grapes all turn!
The bird.
I was like, grapes. Wait.
It's ravens. I'll try to enunciate more.
Somebody draw like a grape with wings.
Yes. There's,
Already on
there's
it.
4
Yes.
artists here. One of you do it.
4 art school hoes.
Heck yeah.
So, I'm gonna have you roll either perception or investigation. You can choose.
Okay.
Whichever you prefer. And I will tell you what you find.
I'll do perception since that seems to be lucky. 4.
Aha.
A little
Yeah,
bit.
it's for a minute you start to think, this place, despite everything, it doesn't look so bad. and then you go, no, actually, you smell the ash and you're like, pretty bad, isn't it? But there is one thing that even with that roll, you do notice. You hear a noise far off into the woods. And as it gets closer, you realize it is unmistakably a dog's bark.
I'm definitely gonna run straight for the dog. Forget everything.
A good boy!
As
Julia!
as fast as my tiny legs can go, bye, Julia. I'm gonna save the dog.
Poppy is in tow.
What is Poppy?
Poppy is a
Poppy is a
magpie
magpie.
with the necklace and the red scarf.
She's
Right.
my magpie.
She's the magpie.
I love her.
We love her. So you're running, and this barking seems to be coming straight for you. So it's, there's no resistance there. It's not like you have to interject and go a different way.
Okay.
And then you see a rustle in a bush in front of you, and you get prepared to welcome a puppy, and poof, it's a ghost dog.
Oh, hello.
It comes out of the bush, more of wispy, and the leaves are sort of moving as it goes through it. But there is one tangible thing on this dog, and it's a dog collar. Would you like to read the name tag?
Yes. Yes, I would.
The name tag is Andromeda.
That's a fancy name for a dog. Huh. I
And
don't
it's-
remember us having an Andromeda in town.
The dog seems very but starts sniffing the ground and barking, running around you, and then realizing, you're not the person I was looking for. It keeps going back into Grindlewood. Do you follow?
Yes.
So you follow this dog, Andromeda, and the dog sees Julia looking at a sign. She goes, A, C, because you have to remember, though she is younger, she's not stupid. This is in halfling, not common. So she's trying to remember all the halfling she knows when she reads all the halfling signs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start reading it out to her if she's trying to make it out. Just whatever it might say.
Oh. That's a nice road name. A dog!
She reads the name tag and goes,
You're gonna help me find her, aren't you?
she turns to you, Paris.
This is Andromeda. This is Mrs. Ellie's dog.
Okay, take me where you want, kid.
This way!
And she grabs your hand, and it feels like cold jello. Like there's definitely a substance, an ectoplasm,
I mean,
but it just feels wet and
Paeris
gross.
just
But
like-
if you press too hard, you're definitely gonna go through it.
I'm definitely gonna try that.
better than warm Jello.
You're not fast.
Like, I'm gonna, like, see how many times my hand goes through her arm.
At first she doesn't notice, and then she starts to see her own wisps in the air and turns around and goes, "That's rude."
Sorry, it's just very entertaining and I'm very emotional right now.
That's okay. You can keep playing with it if you want.
You're very kind.
She lets you play with her hand as she guides you out of Grindlewood and deeper into the forest. As you follow Julia, or as you're sort of not really holding Julia's hand because your hand keeps going through it and it's sort of become a fidget, the ravens follow you from afar. They seem to be leaping and fluttering between branches as you travel along, and occasionally going "Caw! Caw!" from above, just reminding you that they are there. Soon enough, the trees go from being burnt and bare to sprouting and budding and soon fully lush. There's a very distinct difference between the trees that were burned and the trees that weren't, making you realize maybe this fire wasn't so natural. Because forest fires are common, but this is different. The forest is not quiet, but it is peaceful. There's, some life, the crickets chirping, and some bird calls, owls. But as you're walking through this forest, you feel a heaviness behind you, like something gravitating in a sort of dreadful way that almost makes you afraid to look back. And maybe it's just Grindlewood.
Or the sins crawling on my back.
Or the sins crawling on your back. But there's that feeling. You can choose to acknowledge it or ignore it for now.
No, I think I'll acknowledge it.
Turn around. Turn around.
Hold on. Turn around. Sorry.
Anyway. Yes, anyhow.
You turn around, and for a brief moment, you think you see that mask, and then in the next blink, it's gone. It was very far away.
What if I just, stand there and blink at it aggressively?
It's still gone.
Still not there. Okay.
And that feeling is still there, that heavy dread in the air, but very far away.
Okay, I'm gonna keep following Julia then.
Julia has made some pace because she hasn't realized you stopped.
I'm gonna dash after her.
After her, she just thinks you've been, behind her the whole time.
Curse my short legs! Julia!
What? Oh,
I'm
sorry!
catching up! Sorry! I got distracted!
I'll go slow.